So you get home from school one day and you kick off your shoes, you take your backpack off, you go and sit on your couch, and you pull your phone out and you start scrolling on YouTube or TikTok, and then you do that just for hours and you don't know what to do. And maybe your mind is thinking, well, maybe I should do something productive. But then your mind's like, oh no, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, is more, gives me more dopamine and it, blah, blah, blah. You are a degenerate. You're a degenerate. Also, you clicked on this video to not be a degenerate, right? Okay, so all these 10 things are, they might be boring, but you can make them into somewhat of a game. The first thing that you can do is journal. But basically, for journaling, just write your thoughts down for 10 to 20 minutes. Maybe make a prompt or have a question that you're trying to answer, like what solar system, what are the coordinates of the solar system that we're in? I don't know, something that you're actually wondering though, like how to approach that girl. How are you going to go about it? I don't know. Just think of a question or a prompt that you can write about to keep your mind focused on one thing instead of just writing down all the random thoughts that come to your mind. And the second thing that you can do is meditation, which is very similar to journaling, but you are not getting your thoughts out and organizing them and like figuring out the answer to a question or something. You are trying to let your thoughts pass by, see your thoughts, and just let them float on by. Don't grab onto the thought and think about it more. Just keep going. Don't grab onto the thought and elaborate about it. Just let it keep going. That's what you're doing when you're meditating. And simply all you have to do when you're meditating is close your eyes like I'm about to do. Close your eyes and just breathe in, out, in, out. Slowly for 10 to 20 minutes, and just think about your breath. Think about the in, think about how it feels in your lungs, how everything feels, how it goes out and in, and just think about that only. Focus on your breath. And if a thought comes to you, go back to your breath. You're supposed to be controlling your thoughts here, and that's what meditation does. And the next thing that you can do, the third thing, is to learn an instrument if you are not already doing that. You can teach yourself. Right now, I'm teaching myself how to play guitar and piano, and it's taken me a second. It might be best to have like a teacher, at least at the beginning. Maybe look up some beginner YouTube videos. Those always help. Then you can kind of teach yourself after that. Watch YouTube videos, how to read sheet music. Basically, you just need to know how to read sheet music and apply it to the instrument, and then you just have to practice putting those together, reading sheet music and playing the instrument at the same time, or just find YouTube videos on how to play whatever song. Like I look up like how to play Thunderstruck on guitar, and I follow that video, and it helps me get practice on how to use the strings and everything with the guitar and get better at it. And on piano, I look up songs for that, and I get more familiar with the keys of the piano. And I also do sheet music sometimes, so like applying it all. But those are some tips for instruments. And the fourth thing that you can do is to cook food. And I've been doing this a lot recently. I made some cookies the other day for my family, and I also made some homemade ice cream, which didn't really turn out well, but I tried it. And I also sometimes make I meal prep for like the week. And you should do this too. Like if you go to school, meal prep for your lunches. You could do that. if that's what you want to do and you want to be on a diet or whatever, which you should be, because the crap they're feeding you is probably not good. Even if they're feeding you stuff that seems good, there's probably still crap in it somewhere. And the fifth thing here that you can do is work out. Simply, you can just simply do push-ups, squats, and sit-ups, and pull-ups if you have a pull-up bar like me, or somewhere to do pull-ups, like under a deck or something. Like I have a deck, but I can't do pull-ups on it because it's a weird position and stuff. But if you have somewhere that you can do pull-ups, you should do pull-ups too. But just simply do that as much as you can, just once a day. You know, it's that simple. It's easy. And the sixth thing that you can do is read a book. It can be a storybook, whatever. Preferably like an educational book or something, like, I don't know, The Magic of Thinking Big. Or you could read, just read some sort of book. It helps with your reading if you are bad at reading. I don't know if you are, but it helps with your reading, helps with your imagination, actually. I read when I struggle with coming up with ideas to do for like videos and stuff, and it helps me restart my brain. Like when I have burnout, it helps me restart my brain and get ideas going again. And the seventh thing you can do is to research something you're interested in. For example, I have a friend that's interested in firearms, so he likes to research firearms a lot and like watch YouTube videos about them and stuff. And he knows a lot about firearms. So if I ever want to go to him about firearms, then I look to him for firearms, right? That's just an example. Like if you like history, a certain kind of history. For example, I like World War II for obvious reasons, but I also like other things that I think are interesting, and you can go research that stuff. Maybe make a YouTube video on it. That'll be something interesting to do. Maybe you've never made a YouTube video before. Just research something about, or something about something you want to research, something you want to know about, or maybe something you already know about, and just talk to the camera about it. Maybe put some edits in. I don't know. I haven't been putting edits in my videos at all. And this next one is not 100% recommended, but it's kind of like meditating, I guess. You could just sit there and stare off into space, not go on your phone or anything. I guess that's kind of discipline too, because you're just sitting there doing nothing and you have no outside sources giving you dopamine or anything like your phone. So I guess doing that for a little bit would benefit you somewhat. The next thing is just figure out something else. Figure out something. Think of something that you can do. You can do the sit there and be bored part. Sit there and think of something to do, something else to do. Maybe for a journaling prompt, you can write your thoughts down on what you could be doing right now. Right? It's a good thing. And for my 10th thing you can do is actually for if you don't want to do anything productive or any of these things that I've listed previously. And it is go take a cold shower for a minute. Straight into cold. Don't go warm and then cold like a wuss. Go straight into cold. Straight into cold. And then go run around your block like a jog or a sprint. And then come back and take another cold shower. And then do something productive. Maybe you thought of something productive you can do while you've done all that. Cold shower, run, cold shower. And then come back into this video and find something productive to do from the video, or figure out something for yourself productive to do other than scrolling on your phone. And remember that the path to heaven feels like hell, and the path to hell feels like heaven. So pick the one that you want and stay on it. I love you, bro.